People use maps for many different purposes. There are maps to show demographics, the different groups of people that live in a certain area, where every fruit tree in a particular area is located, where all the vending machines are. There are even maps that show great places to walk your dog. Many areas around the world have maps that show their transportation system. A lot of people use these maps every day to get where they want to go. Sometimes, though, you can make your own map of a place in your head. You can do this by noticing certain markers and cues. For instance, say you had just moved to a new city and wanted to get to the grocery store. The grocery store's location could be described in terms of its longitude and latitude, street address, and even sea level. But the information you're after is where it is located in relation to your new home. Once you have this information, you can establish a route to get there. Take note of the landmarks near you and on the way to your destination. One way to remember you're on the correct route might be to note, for example, that when you're headed south toward the store, the local library is on your left. That means the library is on the east side of the street. Let's imagine you notice a house with a bright red door 2 blocks from the store. In the future, when you're on your way to the store, you'll be able to tell you're almost there when you see the house with the red door. You keep walking. There's a hot shop 1 block from the grocery store. Another landmark. If you were to go home and draw yourself a map of the area, you might include each of these landmarks. Cues like these help us orient ourselves in the world around us when we don't have access to maps or are getting used to an unfamiliar environment. This route, the route to the grocery store, is now part of your internal map. When we're walking around town, riding your bike in a car, you're absorbing data about where the things are located in relation to each other. If you think about it, there are probably lots of places you can remember how to get to by heart. Those internal maps contribute to your knowledge of the world around you. When you think of the city or town you grew up, don't you think of routes and pathways you've traveled habitually? When we explore new places, we often make connections between various points, point A's and point B's throughout personal association. But since we can't build these personal maps in every town and city in the world, we get to know some places by looking at maps. Knowing how to read a map and practicing reading maps of lots of different places are excellent ways to expand your knowledge of the world.